interesting. It had a slightly different intro than it did previously, or rather outro than it did previously. But I think that's it. I think that's the stranger completed. I met one of the stranger's inhabitants who was imprisoned within the vault. Showed me a vision revealing the actions they took that resulted in their eternal confinement. I used the vision torch to share my knowledge of the solar system's history with the prisoner. They left one final vision for me, by the water's edge, as a farewell. Well, I'm not seeing any other, like, you've missed on here. We go to map mode. I think we've done it. I think we've learned all there is to learn. The stranger came here a long time ago from a galaxy far, far away. He temporarily turned off the shield around the eye for some reason, but that temporary moment of disabling the signal is what allowed the Nomai to pick up on the signal. That's what they originally picked up, which brought them here. Kinda says there were footprints on the ground that you missed. I missed them. I'm not a small details kind of man, I guess. Yeah. Guess he was too distraught with knowing what his actions resulted in. He was like, you know what? I guess if I'm dead, and we're all dead. Poor Nomai. I am curious, like, what happens if you come here? Connie's answering the question. The vision, it changes depending on what you have done. Footprints were patched in because so many people didn't understand what happened here. I mean, I interpreted that, you know, he's gone, but fair. That is understandable because it is a little bit ambiguous, but that's supposed to be ambiguous. So I guess there's nothing else to do with the stranger. Except, it's not entirely true, because there is still that computer console, which might have more information about what's happening on the ship, especially when the sun gets closer to its detonation time. So we could look at the computer console later on in the 24 minutes. I'm very surprised, by the way, that with what knowledge we gave the stranger, we didn't tell him we were stuck in a time loop, but I suppose that's not relevant to what he cares about. I also wonder what would happen if you go back. Hey, I've been here before, dude. By the way, I'm in a time loop. It's not like we're able to get out of that, too, because in order to see him, we have to die. Because they scrubbed the codes necessary to even access his chamber. They didn't want anyone to find him again and to let him out, so they scrubbed that information from the dream. makes me wonder, could we actually turn off the shield around the eye if we knew where it was? Perhaps that is not something that we would wish to do. However, I'm curious if the option exists. This is... Oh, this is not the right place, I'm realizing. Let's close the door when we leave. We want to go in through that hole. This backdoor entrance up here leads us to the dam. Because I remember seeing the symbol, yeah, the eye shield before. I don't remember where I remember seeing it, but I remember seeing it somewhere else. And then we have to start talking about endings. And yes, I mean endings, because I'm pretty sure, realistically speaking, there's probably many different ways that we can end this. End the game. The first, of course, is take out the power core and not do anything. Mash twin. We could... I want to find the computer. It's down here. We could take out the power core and go to the vessel and try to figure out what's going on there. Or, and I've been thinking about this for a while, we could take out the power core and outrun the supernova, because when we're far enough away, we always get brought in through the Nomai statue. But if we're far enough away, what would happen? If this ship is also about to leave, we could just be here on this station and leave the solar system. And of course, the one that I think might break space-time is jump into the black hole, but we'll save that one for later. Or maybe we'll do that one first. I don't know. I don't know how this game is actually saves. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly go to a campfire and rest for a little bit. Dostoevsky boy, welcome. So yeah, I think I remember seeing it, like the symbols for that at some point. But I can't quite remember. There's only one true canon ending, as expected. All right. So we come down here. Oh, God. This is where he is. We don't get to see him because he'd be locked. Although, what would happen if... Well, we can't remove the locks and then come back out. Because you have to be dead to go in, so you can't get out. This is a glitch where you can get your ship to the dream. That's funny. Trying to think how that would happen. I don't know. Can't even think about it. Okay. So I'm gonna let this sit for like 15 minutes. And then we'll try endings. I suppose. What a great story. What a great game. Poor guys, they came here not knowing what it was, ripped up their planet to make the ship to bring them here, and then they regretted it. But why did he turn off the signal? Or why did he open the eye signal? I guess he was probably just a true believer. Perchance was he the one that originally detected the signal? Nah, it would have been too long ago, probably. I think you can do any of the endings, you don't have, and it won't delete your save. That's the only thing I'm wondering about. I should probably just, like, make a copy of the save file, but I don't think the game is going to prevent me from doing the other saves, or the other endings. Because I want to see how many I can come up with, and see how that affects our character, and how it affects his story. It doesn't make sense, but it's fair about letting you reload, says Connie. I appreciate the game doing that. That's true. I already found, I think, 2 endings, and the game let me reload. The first ending was you die. Although I think that one didn't. I think that one just let me make a new game, a new save file, because it was so early. It was before I even saved the first time. I fell into a hole and drowned before I did anything. And then, yeah, the second ending was you broke space-time. How the hell am I gonna get across the dam? I've got to go outside the ship again, I think. Which is at least easy. Oh! I waited far too long. Never mind. You know what's funny is that I pulled myself out of the dozing off. Manually. It wasn't an automatic one. I guess we did fly around in space for a little bit, just kind of like contemplating. So, nice memories there, yeah. I love that little touch of the quantum moon teleporting every time you blink. Makes me think blink should be a mechanic in this game. Actually, hold on a second. Why go all the way there when I can just do it here? Hey, friend. It's way faster here, too. I guess because it's calculating less, or maybe it's calculating the same, I don't know. All right. Connie says, while we have time, I just watched the first 3 episodes of Black Mirror. Nice. I haven't seen it. Okay, so we want to take the power core and do nothing. We want to take the power core and go to vessel. We want to jump into the black hole. We want to take the power core out and then run. We want to take the power core out and then go to the ship, because I think it's about to accelerate away from the sun. And so we could, I guess, live on board the ring world. You would think, if that's the case, then we would, like, ferry people up here, so we would have, like, a civilization, but Because everyone here is already dead. Okay, we're gonna wait 14 minutes. If it's a 22-minute loop, we can probably wait 15 minutes. I know exactly where we're going. And those are the endings that I can think of off the top of my head. Those are the things that I've been wanting to try anyways. Because I've had, you know, a week to think about all of the possibilities. Wake up. Luckily, I'm very aware of the time while napping. But let's just assume that, you know, this ship has a, let's assume that this ship has a, or this suit has an alarm system. That thing is, I was gonna say it's traveling away very quickly. I think we're just on, like, the other side of the sun, rotating away from it. It's not actually traveling that quickly. Connie says there's also a Balatro cameo in Black Mirror. Someone just plays Balatro. Quark says, I wonder if it's product placement. Connie says, no idea, but it's not exactly subtle. It's shown 3 times. That's very funny. You know what's really bad about product placement in films is if your product ceases to exist, then it just seems really outdated. Like, you know, Skype is closing down at some point. That's really gonna make, whoa, that one bit in, one of the Marvel films really outdated when they're like, I'm talking to my friends on Skype. That was a bright light. Okay. So I wonder if there is a, like, console that has the eye controls on it somewhere. I don't know. I've definitely seen that symbol before, but I suppose I saw it from a slide reel, I think. That would definitely be one place where I could have seen it. Yeah, it's almost outside of the range of the supernova. So theoretically, we would be safe here. I know, yeah, I guess it's a good point. The log does tell us everything we know. Like, the ship's running on autopilot, so it is going to move away from the nova. So all we have to do is just pull the plug, get here, wait, we'll be done. Because we are very far away right now. But I want to stay here. I want to stay here and watch this as this happens. Yes, and then we'll try endings. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We could try like a couple of endings. The complicated one is probably going to be going to the vessel because I still don't know what to do there. But some of the other endings are just going to be like, oh, it's a one-off because we're pulling the plug and we're living or dying, basically. It's like if we, but here's the thing: if we pull the plug of Ash Twin, and then we flee, kind of like what this ship is doing, we're just going to be hurtling through space on a ship with limited oxygen. You know, it's going to be a limited victory. if we pull the plug and stay inside of the supernova radius, like to stay in Ash Twin, well, that'll just be at least an end. If we pull the plug and come here, we can at least have an environment. We have our ship still. Perhaps we can meet some alien races out there if, granted, this thing is freaking camouflaged, so that might not be possible. We might just be here forever. Well, until we die. And then if we throw ourselves through the black hole, then who knows what's going to happen there. I feel like I'm not even getting the music. There it goes. This thing knew before me. Let me help you out here. You think that, you know, if we were going to do this, we would bring some, like, root vegetables or something. You know, there's trees, but we're a fish man. I don't know what fish man eat. We haven't been hungry in years. All right, let's just watch. Connie says it's interesting they created a supernova failsafe. Yeah, I mean, doesn't even have to be that specific. Ship in danger, ship get safe. But these people were a very advanced civilization, just like the Nomai. You have your bottomless can of marshmallows. I don't know if I can eat marshmallows for eternity. There it goes. So theoretically, even here, we're safe from the explosion. Now, realistically, you would have to get light years away from a supernova to be safe from the destructive power of it. But, you know, of course, the physics of this game are a little bit off. Ah, the memories. Well, here's what I think. Let's do the most appropriate ending for the moment. We just finished the DLC. Let's do what I assume is the DLC ending. I'm gonna grab the warp core. We're gonna head on up to the stranger, and we're gonna buckle in. Shouldn't take more than, you know, 5 minutes to get there, pull the plug, and get out, so. There's still a version of you in another timeline just on an endless journey on a ship of dead owls. There's gonna be a version of me on this timeline on an endless journey on a ship of dead owls. But, you know, if it's a time... It depends on whether or not you prescribe to a linear timeline or a branching timeline, a la Back to the Future, where multiple timelines can exist simultaneously. Because if there's only one timeline, then going back in time changes the timeline. So there's only one timeline. But if there's branching timelines, like Back to the Future, then that other timeline could still exist in whole or in part. All right. The mask sends the memories back. Does it send you back? Who knows? What do you think, class? All right. Ash Twin it is. There you are. Could have probably just traveled there straight, but that's okay. So I'm also doing this under the assumption that the game will let me continue and not just block me out of, you know, the save file of endings. No, I'm good. So let us do it. We need to find the Ash Twin Tower. There she blows. And we'll just put our ship down here in the sand. It shouldn't matter. What direction is it traveling in? I think we gotta wait a little bit. And if you don't know how to get into Ash Twin Tower, into the core, well, I'm gonna do it, so spoilers. But if you've been watching the playthrough, then you're already spoiled. Goddamn interloper. There we go. Yeah, there is a walled conversation discussing that question that the Nomai put down, and I stumbled across it. And they were debating that question as well. I guess there's, you know, it's a question that has no answer. There we go. Hello, mask friends. Gabbro, I'm very sorry about this, by the way. Poor Gabbro. You don't need the drone, but that works. Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know that. Like, warning, 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 warning. Here we go. It feels real weird pulling this out, by the way. God. Like, it doesn't feel good to have this in my hand right now. Oh, we gotta turn on gravity. Like, it feels... I feel anxious with this thing in my hand. Can you not warp with a warp core? Is this thing out of power? Oh, wait, whoa. How do we go back? Something's wrong here. How do we go back? It's not working. It's not working. How do we... Damn thing's got no power. It should have power. They're charged when you use them once. You should be able to go back through them. What happened? I'm a little confused. They don't have to be aligned either. It should just work, because it's the return teleport. Let me see if it's a power-based thing. Hold on. At the very least, if we plug it back in, hopefully we'll still loop one more time. If all else goes wrong. Oh, Jesus. Clearly there's something here that we are missing. Oh, we can't plug it back in. Aw, hell. The only other thing I can think of is we've got to close this thing again. I don't know how this would affect it. Oh, it's operational now. I guess I had to move the thing? Okay, I don't know why that worked, but I accept it. I hope we have time. Where's my ship? I mean, all we have to do is just get to the stranger. Oh no. No, 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 do not burn up into the sun. We're already out of time, too. I think I'm gonna burn up into the sun. No, we're gonna make it out. We're gonna make it out. I don't think we're gonna make it to the stranger, though. We might get a different ending than I thought. It's a different music, too, I'm realizing. You know what? Instead of the stranger, we're just gonna go. We're gonna get out. We're gonna escape it. Because I'd like to do the stranger when I'm on the console and I have to go too fast, so we're gonna bypass it. Okay. Abort autopilot. Abort autopilot. Yeah, I wasted some time and I kind of messed it up a little bit. I definitely messed up entering the project. I don't want to hear that. That's sad. It's also possible that we have plenty of time and they're just playing the different soundtrack because we got out. It is really sad because, like, this isn't gonna do anything. We're just gonna travel through space and then die. And the stars are still exploding. Theoretically, there's a galaxy somewhere with no Mai in it, but we're just out here, man. We're just traveling. Put this thing down on a shelf? No. We'll just watch. Sun is still red, is not blue yet. Yeah, when it's blue, it's too late. Well, we definitely did not need to leave that quickly, in hindsight. But still. I think we're far enough away. "500 kilometers should be a good enough distance." The heck, there's a UI glitch over here. Right there. It's actually quite far away, if I had to guess. Game area is a lot bigger than you think. I mean, it's infinite, right? So in case you missed it the first time, here's our friend, the UI error. I don't know what you are, but you're here. I'm glad you're here. Oh, I'm glad you're here, UI error. Don't open the escape hatch, whatever you do. All right, buckle up. The UI glitch ending, yeah. Oh, here we go. They're okay. They're not okay. Well, that's very much the sad end. Notice it says load previous save and not resume expedition. No, 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 wait. That's not how it happened. So that is... As expected, nothing happens. The stars are going out one at a time, everywhere across the universe. Why? Who knows, but you'll just float. And then eventually, we should probably delay a little bit here. Eventually, the, you know, was it neutron expansion of the universe happens, and then there's nothing. Record scratch. Now let me tell you how I got into this situation. First, I was stuck in a time loop. Rip. Game lets it linger just long enough to know you effed up, says Arcatraz. Yeah. Now, I wonder if that changes if you go to the Stranger. And of course, the other ending is just stay inside of Ash Twin. In which, you know, if we're doing that, we could wait 17 minutes here. I assume, though, that the Stranger ending is going to be somewhat similar. Like, if the universe is going out, we would just be stuck aboard the station for the rest of our lives, and then it'll be done. You have to wonder, though. It does seem like the universe is collapsing. Because the stars are exploding starting from a distance and moving here because we are seeing the delay of the speed of light of the information of the stars exploding as they get here. So I think it is kind of like a collapse situation happening. Don't think you need to wait that long to enter the twins. It's not about entering the twins, it's about once we're done with the twins, we're just gonna have to wait 10 minutes for the end of the game anyways. For us to get our ending. So I might as well just, you know, burn some time. Oop. Alright. Hey, no damage. Is it coming? Oh, it's coming. I still like this way of doing it. Oh, because I feel like it's a little bit more guaranteed. Also, it's how I solved it. Didn't realize you could just float there with the alcove. Ember Lab is my favorite ending, e.g. disrupting the space-time continuum. Yeah, it's a pretty solid ending. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're gonna go to the Stranger. Alright, come on. Open up. Music very much goes off when you do this. No, come here, big ball. Everything's been turned off. And these memories aren't going to be able to go anywhere anymore. Wonder what happens if we go talk to Gabbro. Say, hey, Gabbro. How would you like me if I told you I turned off the time loop you're in? I mean, honestly, I was gonna say I could put this down, but I guess they're not gonna let me. Hey, Gabbro, do you know what I have in my hand? Mark this. Mark that. Let's go talk to Gabbro. We have a little bit of time to burn. Sorry, is Gabbro's island in the air? It is floating above Giant's Deep right now. Feed this gizmo to a jellyfish. Want to make him taste any worse? A few loops ago, a cyclone came by and tossed my little island into space. Dying like that was kind of unpleasant. Reach. He's not interested. Why is the music different? The music is different because I have pulled the plug on the time loop. It is no longer in operation. We are done. All right. Let's hit up the stranger. Should be pretty much the same ending, though, if I am to believe it. And then, I suppose I'll try to jump into the black hole. Or we could try to do the real ending. And we'll save fun endings. The weirder endings. All right. Let's make sure we keep our ship intact this time. Oh, that's not how you do that. Would you like black holes? So we put a black hole and a white hole in your black hole. What I find particularly interesting about the advanced warp core that I have in my hand is that it's both the black hole and the white hole, but how does that work? When the project activates, you don't see a white hole anywhere, you just see the black hole. Is it only activating the black hole component of the warp core? I don't know. I don't know. It's happening soon. Might have to wait a few minutes. That's okay. I'd assume the white hole is sent into the past. The white hole's not sent into the past because you need the white hole in order to actually pull the information out from the black hole. If the white hole is sent into the past, it means there's a white hole, and then you're sending a white hole into a white hole. Can't be a real black hole since you can see it. I mean, I see black. Can you enter the matrix while doing this? I don't see why not. Yeah, it's not sending anything right now. We could enter the matrix, but to what end? We could kill ourselves, enter the matrix, go talk to the prisoner, and then kill ourselves. I suppose. Now we wait. I think I would like to do the real ending, see what happens. God, I love this music. I like that it just keeps playing. It's there to make sure you know. Hey, wait a minute. I hope you meant to do this. It's so very dark. Surely something must be edible. Well, I guess you have marshmallows. Okay. Let's do it. Let's try to do the real ending.